All right, so now I just want to talk to you about what math ideas do you think are inside of this game?
Well, kind of patterns.
Okay.
And patterns on a grid.
Yeah.
Patterns on like a grid, and how you can place the set of 3 marbles.
Okay. What do you think is a good strategy for helping you to try to do well in this game?
Well, you have to keep your marbles close together, because if they're spaced apart, you have patterns. You likely won't be able to place your patterns. It's like I had. There were like 2 here and 2 over there. I couldn't place any since they're not close enough.
That's true. That's interesting. Do you think you'll ever put all your marbles on, or do you think you'll always run out of luck?
Well, I think you might be. Maybe we could just try to make a situation where, well, this would be very unlikely, but what if you got all of that pattern, so you could place all your and then you could place, if you got all of that, and then place a line. So
cool.
Sometimes it works.
Sometimes it does work. That's interesting. And how about if you had a different pattern every time? Do you think there's a way you could make it work with a different pattern? Not necessarily all, but always a different one from the one before. Maybe some would repeat. You want to give that a try?
Okay, so let's see. Say if I place these the first turn, and maybe this the second, and this the third, this the fourth, and then I can place this one again, the fifth, this sixth, this the seventh, and that's the eighth.
Hey.
So, I guess you can do it sometimes.
Looks like there's a couple different ways you might be able to do it.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Give me 2 math-related questions that you might be able to ask about this kind of game.
Well, how many possible ways are you to place all of these?
Whoa.
That would be a pretty hard. There would be lots of ways you could place that.
There sure would. And that would be a really interesting question, actually.
Well, well, you could try it. Like, you could try getting different patterns every time. You could place the same pattern every time, and would it work to place all of those?
Yeah, that's a good question too. One question I thought of is how many different patterns are there with these 3 balls in the shaker? Like, because that's going to be the same as that, and that, right?
So you have to you have to exclude the rotations.
Yeah. And then I wonder how the game changes if you allow not just rotations, but also reflections.
Like flips.
Yeah. So put a shape on the board that's a flip of this shape.
Well, this would be a flip since it's backward.
Very good. All right. Hey, good job. This looks like a pretty fun game.
Yeah.
All right. Good job. Do you like it?
Yeah.